Aloha, all Paper Mario Guy here, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario 64. In the last episode, we did some Shifting Sand Land again, and we also did, I don't know if it was one, I think it was only one mission in Dire Docks, but we explored a little bit more of Dire Docks, and that was fun. And, in this episode, we're going to actually go and get another Secret Star, and also the Blue Cap Switch, which I need to mention that one of the things that I loved about Super Mario World was, and it's such an insignificant part of the game, it really is, but there's something about the just getting those Switch palaces in Super Mario World that I loved. And when I first originally played this game, because I played Super Mario World before Super Mario 64, I'm pretty sure Super Mario World was my first game, by the way. When I found out that there was like little switches in here, I thought it was awesome, and the result that you get for it is awesome, or just brilliant. Because I'm overusing the word awesome. So anyway, we have two pillars. They kind of alluded to this earlier when we got 30 stars, I believe. But you want to jump up and you want to ground pound each of them, and you'll actually drain the water, and that's pretty cool. So now we can kind of explore the floor outside of Peach's castle, which I think is pretty cool because it all drained away. And now that it's all drained away, you're actually going to have this big pit over here. And now we have to the Vanish Cap Switch course, and this is the blue switch. And it's a really kind of weird looking level, but I like it, and I think it's cool, and I don't know, I just like it. What else is there for me to say? I like it, and the red coins are pretty easy to get, I won't lie. They're not terribly difficult. And then we get this awesome slider music, which I love as well, so that's probably a little bit of the contributing factor. Alright, I want to see, I think there's, oh, okay, there's no more. For some reason, I was under the impression that there was another one of those platforms, but no. So this is the Vanish Cap course, and I don't know. It's such a subtle little thing about the game that I just like it so much. So, there's something so satisfying about hitting that switch and knowing that those empty blue squares that I've been seeing throughout the whole game are now available to me. It's like a sense of accomplishment, except for when, I fail and drop off the side. But thankfully, I just get put back into the water where it all drained out to, and, you're right here, so you can do it again. But, yeah, I don't know, just the little things. I'm just such a sucker for, little things in video games. I don't know, to me, the little things that I can find that I can enjoy make or break a game, or even if they don't make or break a game, it's like the deciding factor of whether or not, it's going to be one of my favorites or not. And I think that goes for a lot of people, but, especially for me, I'd like to think. But we're going to try to get this on our first try now, or our second try now. And not so bad. Get up there and jump off. There we go. And simple another jump again, and I think we're good. I think we're home free. There we go, and hit the blue switch. You just stepped on the Vanish Cap switch. The Vanish Cap makes Mario disappear. Now Vanish Caps will pop from all of the blue box you find. Would you like to save? Of course I would. Silly goose. Why wouldn't I save? And you could just exit the level, but, we got all 8 red coins, so let's grab our blue switch and go through the little gate and grab it. And that hole is a bastard, right? One time, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, I was playing this game, and I got all 8 red coins, and I was having a miserable day. I was just having, a bad day in general, and I was playing like shit, and I was super angry, right? And I'm playing through here, and it took me, 6 or 7 tries, because I couldn't quite get down the jump to to get myself to the next platform right before you are going to grab the final, or the 7th red coin. And I got the 8th red coin and fell through that hole, and I threw my my N64 controller, and I think that was one of the last times that I've thrown a controller. And I used to be like famous for that. Like, I used to throw my controllers over everything, and that was one of the last times that I can actually remember myself throwing a controller. But it was just one of the most infuriating things, because it was like, why in the hell would you, why would you put that there? Like, why is that necessary? Like, fuck you, Miyamoto. Like, I should be a little bit more tasteful with my diseases I should pick. I should pick a disease that no one has anymore, like smallpox or something. Because, you know, saying AIDS or, like, Lou Gehrig's disease, like, these are all diseases that people might have, so I kind of feel bad. Alright. Little Bunny. Alright, well, I might as well point this out. I think it's after 50 stars. I think after 50 stars, the bunny comes back, and he's a little bit harder to catch. Though I'm not sure. Well, I mean, I definitely know that he's a little bit harder to catch, but I don't know if it's after 50 or not. Get over here, you stupid bunny! This is not what I want to be spending half my episode doing. This is supposed to be a quick, easy star. You're making it quite difficult. Oh, I heard him stop, and like, Mario was taking forever to get up, and I thought I had him. Get over here. Alright. What the hell? Why does not work? Alright, well, this is getting a little out of hand. Get back here! Get back here, bunny! Going straight into the corner. Yeah! There we go! Asshole. Alright. I don't care. Just give me your star again. Why did Bowser entrust you with 2 stars? Like, of all people. He could have given it to the Bob-omb King. He could have given it to the Womp King, or, you know, the large Womp, whatever. He could have given it to the Klepto, you know, the eel. Like, why you? What did you do that was so amazing that Bowser felt that he can entrust 2 Power Stars with you? Especially after the first, like, after you screwed up for the first time, like, I would have never given you another chance. One and done for me, but I don't know, I guess that's why I'm not an evil overlord. No, what? Okay. I guess that works. Actually, no. Not even feeling the 100 coin star right now. What do I want to do? Let's check. Alright, so bob-omb Battlefield and Womp's Fortress is done. Jolly Roger Bay is not done. I should probably go get the green cap. Cool Mountain's done. Hazy Maze Cave, Lethal Lava Land, Shifting Sand Land, Dire Ducks. I almost said Dire Ducks. That would... No, it's not Dire Ducks. Okay, alright, well, let's go do something, at least. Let's not walk around the castle. I mean, I technically have gotten 2 stars, so it's not a complete waste if I just stop now, but 2 stars in, you know, an 11 to 14 minute, 15 minute video, really not that great. This isn't Galaxy, after all. What am I doing? Why did I go there? I'm being so stupid right now. Just revisit Bowser. Catch up on old times. Maybe I was going to ask him why he gave that bunny a 2nd star. Just, you know, curiously. That I would have let him beat me. Alright, let's go back to Dire Ducks, because... why not? Took a little sip of water right there. Sorry about that. Alright, so we got pole jumping for red coins. And this is a pretty interesting one. It's a pretty long mission, though, so this will probably take us to the end of the video, unless I decide to do a different star. But the red coins are pretty spread out in this level, and it's not a half-bad idea, and I know I said this earlier in the project, and I'm sure if any of you have seen Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play, basically, what he liked to do, and what I actually like to do now as well, is get 100 coins as you're getting the red coins. A level like this is the perfect time to do this, because this is another one of those levels where I don't think it's really that easy to get 100 coins, and you're going to need to get the red coins anyway. I personally just really don't feel like getting 100 coins right now, because that's going to take way too long, and I'd rather just knock out the red coins now, and then if I wanted to, I could do the 100 coins when I'm feeling a little bit more up to it. But, if I had to recommend, don't be like me, and just do both of them now. It makes things easier, and, life won't be so difficult then. Alright, so let's hop up here, and can I make that? I can. Awesome. So, as the title suggested, you're going to be pole jumping, not pole dancing, for 8 red coins, although pole dancing would be the easier of the two options. Yeah, and there's... Oh, okay, no, I did have to come over here. I was about to say, god damn it. Didn't even need to come over here. So, as such a big fan of Dire Dire Doc's theme, and I know this is like the 4th or 5th time I've brought this up in this project alone, but something that I've noticed is because, like, when I put it on my iPod, or whatever music listener I had at the time, something that you don't notice is when the song is actually kind of long, or it's like, I think it's like something like 4.5 minutes, which for a video game song is kind of long. And, I never really understood why. I figured it was just, a loop like most of the time they do to, get some length out of it. But, no, it's actually, something I noticed is that if you just let it play for a little bit, there's this little hi-hat thing that kicks in, and it's actually really cool sounding, and I never noticed it for the longest time. But it's like, it's such a nice, peaceful theme, on its own, and especially when it starts. But then, when you're listening to it and the little hi-hat comes in, it's still just as peaceful, but, like, it gives just a little bit more to it, and I don't know. It's like little, and like, songs like this that really, I don't know, makes me appreciate video game music as much as I do, because there are certain people out there, and I'm sure, you've, come across people who are like this, and you've been infuriated by it, but, like, they don't really take video game music seriously for whatever reason. And I, for the longest time, up until, like, 2006, 2007, I really, truly didn't either, I won't lie. But, it's songs like this, and, I don't know, like, that really quiet, song that plays, in, what is it called, Twilight Princess, right after you defeat a boss. Like, little things like those, and, I mean, those are two peaceful songs as examples, but it's like little songs like those that, like, I just listen to constantly, and I really started to appreciate, like, the composition of everything, and, how much time and effort is actually put into it, and especially with, like, indie games like Super Meat Boy and stuff like that. Super Meat Boy, by the way, I recently purchased, and it's incredibly fun, and I would recommend it to anybody who likes a good challenge and really, really tight, solid platforming controls. But one of the things that, like, has taken me by surprise so much is, like, how good its soundtrack is. And, like, even if I didn't like the game itself, I would still be happy with my purchase just because I like listening to the music so much as I play. And you better hope that you like the music too, because you're going to be playing that game a lot if you plan on trying to do everything. But I don't know, just, talking about another thing that I like about Super Mario 64 and, video games in general. But we only really got like 3 stars in this video, I think. So not that much, but we did get, you know, some long things out, and we got the cap. So I feel pretty accomplished for this episode, and we're up to 15 minutes. So I'm Paper Mario Guy of the Koopa Ninja Bros. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time.